Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. These are the new Lindy noise cancellation headphones, the BNX100-XT. And I'm going to talk through all the features. I'm going to talk about the noise cancellation. Does it work properly having two simultaneous devices connected? What's the noise cancellation like on or off? It does have a headphone cable that you can plug in. Does noise cancellation work with that? I'll cover all that off. Here's a list of all the music tracks that I listen to. I'm going to talk about call quality, using it for conference calls. I'm going to go through all that. First, I'm going to go through what's in the box, the key specs first, quickly show you the manual, show you exactly what you've got in the box and how the functions work on the phone. And then I'm going to talk about the actual, at the end, we're going to come back and discuss the actual quality. So let's carry on now. Close look at the box. But if we first of all look at some of these specifications, you'll see that it says charging time up to 2 hours. That's noise cancellation actually is up to 95% effective. It's got a 10-meter range in open spaces, Bluetooth 5. It's got a whole range of Bluetooth profiles that you can see, which is good. aptX is there as well. It uses the CSR 8670 chipset using 40mm dynamic drivers. Frequency response 20 to 20 kilohertz, 32. The impedance is 32 ohms plus or minus 15% in passive mode, and it shows you how that changes when you go into active mode, and you've got all the other stats and everything else. On the back of the box, it's pretty much more of the same, sort of going through how that all works. And it also says has auto pause, which allows the audio to be automatically paused and resumed when the headphones are taken on and off. Built-in battery, integrated microphone and on-ear controls, and I'm going to test all that and report back after I've shown you what the box is like. In this box you'll see some of the accessories, but let's actually take a look and see what we have. There's also the audio pass-through, which allows external audio to be taken or heard at the touch of a button. So looks pretty good. Let's open the box. So in the box you get a nice carry case which has everything in the headphones in. You get the instruction manual, which I'll just show you some of the key parts here. And here you can see it shows you how all the controls work and where they are. That's really handy, and there's some explanations here going along what you've got and what you can do. Very clear, nice to actually have the instructions. Also about charging the battery and how the lights work. There's even notes on the charging as well, how you can get it says here, for example, when battery power is less than 10% wireless mode, the Bluetooth LEDs will blink red. And you've got all the other options here, audio pass-through. And it's nice just to have all these options here that you can see and go through and show you. So if that's of interest to you, you've got everything there, and you can use them in wired, and then it's in a few other languages. So let's take a look at what you actually get in the hard case. You get this little pouch here where you can click that off, and all this stuff fits in there, no problem. You get the USB-A to USB-C, because the headphones are USB-C, which is quite handy. You've got an adapter from 3.5 to 6.3. You've got the audio cable here, and I do like the fact that when you're plugging it in something else, there is actually a right-handed, right-angled plug that goes into these themselves. And if you happen to be flying, here's your airplane adapter. So pretty much everything you've got in the box. I'll take this out of the case a second. Just want to show you this case itself is a nice hard case, excellent for transporting these, and I wish more headphone manufacturers put those in the case. In terms of the headphones themselves, got this headband that's soft all the way to just about here, and you can see this bit here is quite hard. You've got enough adjustment in the headphone side of things for the band here and so forth. You've got nice soft pads here, and you've got movement because they can go flat as well. In terms of the controls, I'll talk about what you get. There's obviously the mics on each cup as well for helping to do noise cancellation and the voice pickup. This is the noise cancellation on or off. You have, when it's on, you can use the pass-through button, which reduces the sounds through that you're listening to the music, whatever, to much more, very quiet actually. There's your USB-C. On this side, you have the battery level, and because you can use these wired, if you turn the noise cancellation on, you will have an indicator here as well, so you can actually plug the cable in and just use them wired with noise cancellation. We can turn that off. When you normally turn these on, you just get the battery level, and the number of lights are shown. When I was looking at the manual, you could see how much charge you have in your battery. On this side, you've got the 3.5 headphone jack, multifunction switch, which does the pairing, turn it on. You can reset it as well from here. You've got your volume up and down, which is really handy to have. And you can use that to skip the tracks or go forward, backwards, that sort of stuff, end call and don't accept call. Right, let's talk about actual sound quality, call quality, noise cancellation quality. Does the dual pairing, simultaneous dual connections work? Let's go talk about that now. So you've seen all the headphones close up, all the functionality. Let me show you how the band has a little bit of adjustment here, like so and like so. I just need a little bit here and here, and just make sure I've got them the right way around. And it does have left and right on the ear cups, and put them on my head as so you can see what they look like. They are very comfortable on my head. In terms of the sound quality, so first of all, with noise cancellation off, they're really good. It's got a V-shaped sound with good punchy bass. The mids are slightly recessed. The treble's just fairly good, very nondescript, reasonable sound stage. When you turn the noise cancellation on, this is in wireless by the way, without the cable, the treble sort of, and the mids and the bass is very different. So the treble is more forward, and it just sounds a little bit different. Not my cup of tea, to be totally honest. I actually think with the noise cancellation off, the sound quality is very enjoyable. With the noise cancellation on, it does cut out a lot of background noise. But what you will find is that without the noise cancellation on, these things cut out a lot of noise. The cups over my ears work really well. So I've got a fan over there, so I stood in front of the fan and I put these on. That also tests wind noise. I want to see how, when you have wind coming over the headphones, how does that sound? And no problem there at all. So from a noise cancellation point of view, it does make the treble a bit brighter. It does sort of rescind back the bass a bit, but you might find you don't actually need that noise cancellation. And with the noise cancellation on, it does cut out pretty much 95% of all the sounds. There is the button here, the pass-through button. What that actually does, it totally pulls the audio, really drop the volume very low, so you can actually hear everything around you. So if you suddenly need to do a proper conversation with someone, just one button click and you're done. And you will need to do that, because even with these just on your head in passive mode, you will not hear much, because they are very good. I do like having the buttons on here. I find them very easy to find. Better sometimes than touch buttons or press buttons on the side. Having these like this work really well. In terms of pairing, so these claim that you can pair these with 2 devices at the same time, and you can. The trick is you pair one using pressing down and holding to go into pairing mode on the multifunction button here. You pair your first device, and then what you do is you repeat the process and you pair a second device. My advice after you've done that is to turn these off, then turn it back on, and then it'll connect to the first device, connect to the second device. You now have 2 devices playing, and if you play one, stop one, play another, it just works between the 2 devices very easily. Sometimes you might have to go into Bluetooth settings to connect. That does happen occasionally, but I tried doing it from different types of systems, so from iOS to Android, from a computer to an Android phone, not having the same devices, and that worked well. You can work these with a cable in. You will need a lot of gutso to drive these wired because they're quite a bit harder to drive, need a bit of power, but you can use the noise cancellation with the wired bit on. What about call quality? Because nowadays we're doing a lot of video calls and Zoom calls. Call quality was pretty good actually, above average. I've done Teams, Zoom, WhatsApp video calls. No one complained about the audio at all. Everyone said I sounded fine. I've done audio normal telephone calls, so to friends, to some family, that worked really well. So all in all, these are okay. And for the budget price of £99, you get a lot of headphone. You get a semi-comfortable headband here that you can see, you can push down here. It does go a little bit harder on the sides here, so it's just cushioned on the top piece. But the ears, around the ears, very, 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 very comfortable. In a very hot environment, you might find you get some heat build up in your ears because they can get quite snug, but that's not bothered me, middle of winter here. But I imagine in a hot summer, having some over the ear, you might notice that. But apart from that, these are terrific. Anyway, any questions, ask below. This is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Take care, guys, and catch you guys soon. Bye for now.